Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? There are some things that need to be brought to your attention, okay? And we're going to go back in time with some of the things that I'm going to bring to your attention. So you may be aware, you may not be aware, but it's always good to revisit, okay? Because like they say, those who forget history are deemed to repeat it. Right on? So this first thing, the net worth. Okay, because I had spoken about this yesterday, the day before yesterday, in a video when a community member had reached out to me, and she was talking about, Parliament, the UK Parliament, and how they get a per diem and stuff like that for them to show up for their meetings and whatnot, and if we were to do this, maybe, people would show up and get things done, stuff. And I said, yes. I said, but, with the amount of money that they get paid per year, but yet they're worth millions of dollars and things like this due to insider trading. So I went digging, okay? And this is what I found. And I had brought up Pelosi as an example. The net worth of Pelosi has hit an all-time high of $240 million. Okay? Now, this is for someone who roughly makes $174,000 a year. Okay, so if you have to, get out your calculators on your iPhones or whatever, okay, and try and figure that one out. All right, I mean, I'm just saying, right on. So, because it's just not adding up. Okay, so new director of the FBI, okay, Kash Patel, says it's insider trading. We all kind of had an inkling, right? Joe Rogan says it's insider trading. Grant Cardone said it's insider trading. Tucker Carlson said it's insider trading. Even the MSM has repeatedly said it's insider trading. Well, Nancy literally becomes unhinged when a reporter on 60 Minutes dares to question her about her and her husband's trading on insider information and major legislation that they're passing. Now, this is a must watch because I think this is in 2008, I want to say, this video. Because in my honest opinion, she's one of the worst criminals this country has ever seen. But that is just my unprofessional opinion of the digging that I have done on this woman, okay? And, it's like, okay, like, take the thing that happened to her husband. That was a cover-up, okay? It was a cover-up, dude. I mean, I'm sorry. But seriously, think about it. Okay, so watch this, and you tell me.
I wanted to ask you why you and your husband, back in March of 2008, accepted and participated in a very large IPO deal from Visa. At a time there was major legislation affecting their credit card companies making its way through the House. And did you consider that to be a conflict of interest?
I don't know what your point is of your question. Is there some point that you want to make with that?
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you think it's all right for a speaker to accept a very preferential, favorable stock deal?
Well, we did.
And you participated in the IPO.
Well, I have many
and at the time you were
investments,
Speaker of the House. You don't think it was a conflict of interest, or had the appearance of a conflict of interest?
It only has appearance if you decide that you're going to have elaborate on a false premise. But it's not true, and that's that.
I don't understand what part's not true.
Yes, sir. That I would act upon an investment. Yes.
All right, so this next video. It has been said, okay, I will say that. It has been said that JFK was His life was taken because of this. Now, you know or knew of his stance on the Federal Reserve and wanting to take out the CIA and all of, like, things like that, and that's why he's no longer with us. Well, I mean, the man would be in his hundreds right now if he was, but still and all. This is why. One of the reasons why, I should say. One of the reasons why. Okay?
Aside from 1963, President John F. Kennedy, up here, oh wait, it doesn't say Federal Reserve note, it says United States note. That means the U.S. government, which every government has the ability to do. Canada used to do it, Germany did it, a whole bunch of other places did it, and guess what? They got really good results. You know what they did? They managed to go ahead and keep any debt at a very reasonable and payable level. Now, this United States note, that's not at interest. It's not a private bank. And JFK was dead within 6 months of issuing this $5 note. We could solve the problems that we face right now. I have said over and over, like a broken record, the head of the snake is the financial system. The reason why they hate people like Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, John F. Kennedy, and the last one, a man named Adolf Hitler. He outlawed usury. Jesus didn't like usury either. Now, the history tells us that we shouldn't entertain anything possibly good about this man. But I'll tell you what I know I like and I respect. He ended the usury that now translates to, I don't know what it is here in the Netherlands. In the UK, I think it's like 6-7 trillion pounds. In America, we've just hit 34 trillion. First off, even if we ventured to pay back the debt, there isn't enough money in circulation to even pay it back. So who are we in debt to? They want to say it's China. They want to say it's this. They want to say everyone, but the Federal Reserve Bank. And who owns that? It's a private bank. Am I anti-Semitic for pointing out that the Rothschilds-controlled Federal Reserve Bank has indebted not only America, the Bank of England? Who owns that? The Rothschilds have owned that since the 1700s.
And this last one, okay, who here has smart meters on their homes? Okay, like if you were to go outside and it's the meter that's attached to your house that, that the electric company reads when they do their thing. And that's how, the whatever it does, to, tally up your bill or whatever it does. And if you were to look at your bill, it tells you the kilowatts that you used last month and the kilowatts that you used this month and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, okay? Well, according to this guy, smart meters are not what you think. Now, this video, in my opinion, seems to be quite old. Probably when smart meters just came out. I'm going to say that. I could be wrong. But when I was watching it, I was like, this seems pretty old. But, watch it anyways, especially for those of you that have the smart meter. Okay? And before I forget, ciao.
World of smart meters. That means your electric meter will do so much more than just show how much electricity you use. The new smart meters are watching you. They sense all kinds of goings-on. They see when you turn something on or off. They see how many watts your electric toothbrush pulls. They send the record of that little event over wireless networks, bouncing through your neighbor's smart meters, all the way to the power company, where they keep record of all your electric consumption volumes and patterns every minute of every day, and store that data forever on computers that you'll never get to see. That data shows when you are at home, shows when you're sleeping, shows when you're on vacation, when you have visitors, when you use a lamp, a power tool, some extra computers, and if you look like you're running a business out of your home. It even senses when you bootleg energy off the grid. Your smart meter data shows a vivid profile of your personal living patterns and whether or not you were at home on the night of the murder. This is not electrical metering. This is personal surveillance. This is a search without a warrant every day. This is your personal private life going straight out through your electric meter to the power company, to the government, to the police, to the insurance company, to anyone who cuts a deal with your power company to look at your life under a microscope. Sorry, it's actually worse than that. People who don't cut a deal can get your information too by simply intercepting the wireless signal spewing from the side of your house. Yes, smart meters are radio transmitters. Here's how you tell. This one is a 1-watt radio station licensed by the FCC. On this all-news radio station, every detail of your electrical life is shooting off to some institutional data center somewhere. Already, the police in Ohio, Texas, British Columbia, and places I don't know about are regularly using smart meter data to pinpoint marijuana grow houses, enforce business licenses, and punish people for doing things in the privacy of their own homes that you were not supposed to do, but they wouldn't even know you were doing if they weren't spying on you. Your power company apparently gets to sell your personal life story to whomever it wants. Any unusual power consumption pattern is considered probable cause to raid you for growing marijuana or running a computer server without a business license. This is about as big brother as it gets. Those friendly men with their truckload of smart meters are going door to door with something a little different than a Christmas carol. My personal opinion is that you and I need to demand that these things be taken off our homes. It is not possible for your power company to claim they have the right to install a surveillance device on your house. Smart meters are no different from wiretapping devices. And in case you didn't know, wiretapping is illegal in all 50 of the states and the federal territories. If you let your power company put a smart meter on your house, you may as well walk around all day with a Facebook helmet webcam pointed at yourself. They have convinced themselves installing smart meters is lawful by some reaching to the moon jive called implied consent. If you say they can change your meter, they pretend you consent even when you don't know really what they're doing. Here's a tip. Tell them they can't change your meter. They had no trouble billing you with the old meter. If you send them a notice by certified mail that they may not install a smart meter or any other surveillance device on your house, their implied consent goes out the window. I would do that if I were you. In fact, I did that, and I'm not even you. You can see a copy of my letter in the drop-down next to this video. You can copy and paste that into your word processor. Make sure and change the info into your own info. The post office will give you the certified mail slip. Those friendly guys on the sidewalk told me that they plan to put a smart meter on every house in America. If they do that, it will no longer be America.